It's Wednesday, and you know what that means. I know, we go over this every week. It's news. Just news. Well, I'm your maybe a little less stuffy host, Andrew, and this is Crypto Espresso, your teeny tiny daily shot of caffeinated crypto headlines. Shall we? First up, Federal Chairman Jerome Powell appeared before Congress on Tuesday, and it wasn't good news. He told U.S. politicians that interest rates could rise much higher than first thought, meaning a return to hikes of 0.5 percentage points. The central banker warned that eliminating red-hot levels of inflation would be a bumpy road. America's economy has remained resilient despite big increases in the cost of borrowing. Markets were a bit spooked by Powell's testimony, with the S&P 500 closing down 1.5%. Bitcoin, meanwhile, is clinging on to $22,000 for dear life, and it's down 7% over the past week. Powell is set to return for a second day of testimony on Wednesday, meaning further turbulence could lie ahead for the crypto markets. Vitalik Buterin has reportedly warned Memecoin projects that they shouldn't send him tokens, and this week we found out why. The Ethereum co-founder offloaded 500 trillion SHIKU tokens, which is half of the total supply. He gained $590,000 through the sale, with the value of SHIK plunging by 77% in just 25 minutes. Buterin likely dumped his holding because he could be on the hook for tax. Last year, he also sold $1 billion worth of Shiba Inu tokens to support India during COVID. SHIKU has put on a brave face. While the project admitted that it was disheartening, it also added, now that he has sold, there are no whales left in the project. A truly decentralized community can now form in the wake of his actions. There have long been rumors that Amazon is planning to delve into NFTs, and according to new reports, it could happen sooner than we think. The e-commerce giant is apparently set to launch an NFT Marketplace on April 24th. Blockworks reports that it could offer collectibles tied to real-world items, such as a pair of jeans. And in what could be a huge milestone for adoption, an email about the new platform would be blasted to over 160 million Amazon Prime members in the US. A rollout in Europe could then follow at a later date, but the company's ambitions have been repeatedly pushed back because of FTX's collapse. While all of this does sound exciting, other big brands had mixed success when launching their own NFT platforms. A man is suing Coinbase after $96,000 was stolen from his account, but the exchange is insisting that the loss is not its responsibility. Ferguson lost 90% of his life savings after a SIM swap attack. He alleges that Coinbase's security procedures failed to flag that the transactions were unusual, as well as from a different device and IP address. But according to court filings, he was told that customers are responsible for any activity that occurs when those devices or passwords are compromised. This is, of course, a sobering reminder that investors need to take security seriously, and storing Bitcoin in an exchange account isn't always the best idea. Self-custody, ideally unconnected from the internet, is the most safe bet. And finally, British regulators and the police have taken action against Bitcoin ATMs that were operating illegally in East London. While these machines haven't been outlawed, they can only exist if they've been registered with the Financial Conduct Authority, and here lies the problem. None of them are. This comes weeks after a similar investigation happened in the city of Leeds, which is the north of England. The FCA is vowing to keep on identifying and disrupting unregistered crypto businesses and warn customers crypto products are not currently regulated and they are high risk. You should be prepared to lose all of your money if you invest in them. There are fears that Bitcoin ATMs may not comply with anti-money laundering rules as well. And speaking of laundering, I definitely need to clean these clothes. I've been on the road for so long, stinking up in here. What are the wash instructions here? Let's see. Cold water, mild detergent, tumble dry low. Like this video, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and click on that little bell icon to get buzzed whenever a new Crypto Espresso video goes live. It's kind of weird for a tank top. And what did you think about today's episode? Well, we might have comments enabled, we might not. So if you can comment on this video, you should do it. Speak now or forever hold your tongue. Questions about our headlines or crypto in general? Why not ask Alex in that description below. Alex is always a great resource for all things Web3 and the metaverse, and that about does it for today. Again, I've been your host, Andrew. These have been your headlines, and we'll see all of your beautiful shining faces tomorrow.